Hey folks, and welcome to Greg's Golf Shack. We often hear how important it is to get to our lead side in our golf swing to help produce a little more power and a little bit more accuracy. And some of us struggle to do that a little bit. So I've got a cool tip for you today that will help you with that turning motion to be able to get to the lead side effectively without kind of throwing you off your balance or producing some new bad habits. Now, getting to the lead side is something I've struggled with in my golf swing as well, and I'm always trying something new, some sort of new approach. I really base my golf swing and my improvement on feels. I like to feel what's going on. So I've got a feel for you that I think is going to work. Now, before I get into it, I hope you folks will subscribe to the channel. I really enjoy making these videos to help you improve your golf game. I don't do YouTube as a job. I have a job that pays the bills. I do this because I enjoy it and I like to provide free instruction and entertainment to help expand the golf world, and I hope you'll join me in the journey. So like and subscribe, and that just gives me encouragement to keep producing more content. All right, getting to the lead side. Now I know a lot of folks just want the 10-second tip and then move on. I think there's a huge advantage in watching the full video to figure out the how and the why that goes into it. So when we really try to dive into the feels we're trying to gain, we want the knowledge to back that up. We want to be able to feel if we're doing something wrong or feel if we're doing something right. And knowledge is the base to making that happen. But for those who just want that quick tip, the idea I'm thinking about is kicking, like a front kick like that in our impact to follow through position to help us get through that impact and into a nice balanced follow through. So the idea is, the drill is, I want you to stand, in your setup position, and I'd like you to turn your lead foot out, almost 90 degrees if you can, towards the target. Now this isn't a golf setup position, this is strictly for this drill, because what I'd like you to do is turn towards the target. If you have a balance issue, you can use a golf club just to rest your hand on. Turn towards the target and do a front kick. Okay? Now, it's very difficult if your lead foot is sideways. I don't want you to damage your knee. So just to get this feeling, stand like this and try to deliver that kick. Load up on that trail side and then kick. Do that a couple of times. All right? And you'll start to get this feel of what it is to stay balanced on your lead foot, to turn through that lead side, get that kick out, and stay balanced. We don't want to get to the lead side and shift everything forward. We want to be able to almost extend, show off your holiday belly, point it towards the target, but we want to stay balanced. We're up off our trail side, but we're still sort of arched here. This will make sure we're balanced and we can get into a nice high, pure follow-through position. So for those who want a little bit more of the feels and the why, this is important because we often hear the walk-through drill. The walk-through drill where we want someone to step through and walk towards the target, because that helps give you the feeling of getting to the lead side. I tell a lot of my students that come in here to try and do that. If they're struggling getting off the backside, try the walk-through drill. But there's a limitation to that. There's a point when we don't want to walk through. We just want to turn through. The reason is, a lot of people who stay on that backside and don't get to the lead side have that outside in slice. The ball, the face stays open and we kind of fall back on it and slice the ball. That's something I struggled with for years and started moving this other direction. While the walk-through drill can help get that sensation, that exaggerated sensation of getting to that lead side, the problem is we end up shifting everything to the target and it continues to go to the target. So if I'm swinging and I struggle with an outside-in swing, getting to the lead side isn't going to necessarily fix that. If I'm walking through, I can still swing outside, I shift over, and my swing is still outside in. I've just closed the club face. So now my miss has turned into a big pull hook rather than this outside in slice. So the walk-through drill doesn't really encourage us staying open with our chest through impact, it still sort of encourages that trail side to hunch over the ball, because who walks like this? You know, maybe the Wiz on Seinfeld, but we don't turn through and walk like that. Now that's exaggerated. Our golf swing isn't going to look like this, but when we swing through, it does look like this. We're lead side, balanced on the trail side. I can pull that foot up, but my swing has gone up, around, and behind me. It's not moving this way. See how much I lose my balance if I do that. So the idea of this kick, where we kick through, you notice this kick makes me balance on that lead side. When I want to kick up, the idea is we kind of arch the back a little bit. And this is exaggerated. I'm not saying you arch the back in the golf swing, but it's that feeling of being balanced on that lead side, unleashing this trail side while our top side stays sort of centered and doesn't keep moving towards the target. So when we kick, we kind of keep everything centered on that lead side. I don't want to turn through on my trail side. I want to think that this is like a door on a hinge. This is the door frame, and I'm turning on those hinges, turning into that lead side. Another reason this is a benefit is because we don't really walk off our heels or off the side of our foot. Who walks like this, right? We end up walking off our toes. When we do that walk through drill, a swing and walk through, we end up stepping off our lead side on our toes. That's the natural concept of walking, is heel to toe. But we don't want to swing through to the toe in our golf swing. We want to get into the side of the foot, use the full foot to brace that turning motion, turn through, so we can get to that nice high full follow through position. How do I know this? Because I've struggled so much with this really low and left follow through. And a lot of that is because the trail side is dominant and I'm shifting a little bit too much of my upper body to that lead side. I just want my body in total to turn into that lead side. Turn into it, don't lean into it. And the feeling of that front kick, turn and kick, will help us understand the feel of turning in that lead side, but also staying tall and balanced. Give it a try, and it should help you get that feel of what it is to get to that nice, full, extended follow through. This could be a game changer for you. Give it a try. Let me know in the comments what you think. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Greg's Golf Shack.